Potatoes are cheaper, tomatoes are cheaper. Now's the time to fall in love. Why, the butcher, the baker, the old candlestick maker gave their price a downward shove. Grab yourself someone to fry your eggs and bacon. She can live just like a queen on what you're making. You'll find in sunshine or trouble, you're better off double. Now's the time to fall in love.
They are, aren't they? But of course, just walking inside any theater gives me a thrill.
Well, it's been so lovely, Tony. I hate to have it over.
Oh, is it over? Must I go right away?
Not if you don't want to.
No, I don't.
Would you like something to drink?
That would be wonderful.
All right, I'll see what's in the ice box. Want to come along?
Oh, Alice, I would follow you to the ends of the world.
Just the kitchen is enough. Well, you're lucky you're not hungry, Mr. K. An ice box full of cornflakes. That gives you a rough idea of the sycamores.
Of course, why do they make these bottle openers so hard to... Oh, there it is. That was tricky. Well, there you are, Miss Alice. A foaming beef.
At least it's cold.
Now, if you'll please be seated, I'd like to pose a toast.
We are seated.
Miss Alice, to you.
To you.
You know what? I wouldn't trade 1 minute of this evening for all the rice in China.
Really?
Cross my heart.
Is there a lot of rice in China?
Oh, terrific. Terrific. Wow. I should really be going.
Is it really that late?
Oh, very. I don't want to go.
I don't want you to either.
Very well, then. When do you get your vacation?
Last 2 weeks in August.
I may take mine then, too.
Really?
What do you think you're going to do?
I don't know. Haven't given it much thought.
Travel, don't you think?
I might not. I like the city in the summertime.
As do I.
But you always go up to Maine, don't you?
Oh, that's right. But, you know, I'm sure I would love the city here in the summertime if... Oh, Alice, you know what I mean. I would love it if you were here.
Well, that would be nice, Tony.
You know what you're saying, don't you?
What?
That you'd rather spend the summer here with me than anybody else.
Was I?
Well, then, if that's true about the summer, then how would you feel about the winter?
I might like it.
And then there's spring and autumn. If you could see to clear your way out those, Miss Sycamore.
I might.
Well, then that's the whole year. But we haven't forgotten anything, have we?
No.
Well then.
Is that you, Alice? What time is it? Oh, Miss Kirby,
It's quite all right, Mrs. Sycamore.
I'm present. You've got a good manuscript, and you can go ahead with what you're doing. Here we are. Sex takes a holiday. Good night, Mr. Kirby.
Good night, Mrs. Sycamore.
Oh, now I think you can call me Penny. Don't you, Alice? At least I hope so.
What was that?
It's just flowers, Tony.
At this time of night?
Any time of night, Tony. Any time of day.
Darling, did you know you're more beautiful, more lovely, more adorable than
Don't,
any...
Tony.
What? Darling, just because you're family... Well, all mothers are like that, and Penny the darling. You see, I'm even calling her Penny.
Tony, let's
Darling.
Oh, wait, Tony. I need you to understand. You're of a whole different world. A whole different kind of people. I don't mean money or socially, that's too silly, but your family and mine, it just wouldn't work, Tony. It just wouldn't work.
Darling, you make this seem like this is the only thing that's ever happened to us. That's not true. Like, every family's got their kids' little traits. What of it? My father raises orchids at $10,000 a bulb. Now, is that sensible? And my mother believes in spiritualism, and that's just as bad as your mother writing plays now, isn't it?
No, Tony. Your mother believes in spiritualism because it's fashionable, and your father raises orchids because he can afford to. My mother writes plays because 8 years ago a typewriter was delivered here by mistake.
Darling,
And just look at Grandma. 35 years ago, she started up into her office one day and came right back down. She could have been a rich woman, but she said it took too much time. So for 35 years, she just gone to plays and commencements. I collected snakes. It never occurs to any of them.
Oh, hello there, children.
Good evening, Mrs. Vanderhoff.
Hi, Grandma.
How's the weather? Looks to be a nice summer evening.
Yes, it's lovely, Grandma.
Oh, well, I'm off. Goodbye, Mr. Kirby. I've got a date. Policeman on the corner.
Oh, policeman.
Yes, we've got a standing date. 12:30 every night. Known him since he was a little boy. He's really a doctor. But after he graduated, he came to me and said he didn't want to be a doctor. He'd always wanted to be a policeman. So I said to him, you go ahead and be a policeman. Do you want to be? And that's what he did. How do you like the new hat?
Oh, it's very nice, Mrs. Vanderhoff.
Yeah, I like it. The government gave it to me.
Oh, excuse me. Just so we can
It's all right, Donald.
Reed would just fancy herself some candy. You don't mind, do you?
No, Donald.
So, you had a good evening?
Yes, Donald.
And dinner was nice?
Yes, Donald.
And the ballet was good?
Yes, Donald.
Well, that's good.
You see, Tony, that's what it would be like.
All right, you know what? I don't care what they say. She can't dance. They pay her all of that money because she can't dance.
Well, I don't call that dancing what she does. Oh, hello. How's the ballet?
It was fine, Essie.
It was wonderful.
Look, what do people think? Fred and I just saw... No, we just saw Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Do you think she can dance, Mr. Kirby?
Well, yes, I always thought you could.
But what does she do anyhow? Now look, you're Fred Astaire and I'm Ginger Rogers.
Essie, please.
I only dance for a minute. Now, Mr. Kirby. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Essie, you're just as good as Ginger Rogers, we all agree.
You see, Ed?
All right, you know what? I can see we're putting in here, so we're just gonna go.
Oh, they've been together all night. Good night.
Good night, Ed. Good night, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, wait. Before what did Grandma say about us having that baby?
Oh, she said go right ahead.
You see, Tony? You see now? That's what it would be like. Did you explain Grandma to your family? Did you explain Donald? You couldn't, Tony. You couldn't. I love you, Tony. I love you too. And it just wouldn't work, Tony. It just wouldn't work.
Darling, there's only one thing you said that matters that makes any sense at all, is that you love me.
But Tony, I know so well.
Darling, that doesn't stop two people who love each other.
But Tony, who's got a family like mine?
It doesn't matter. They're charming, lovable people just as they are.
I don't know.
You're worrying about something that's not even a big deal. All that matters right now is that we love each other. That's so, isn't it?
Yes.
Well then. Now, I would really love to see a little more fun around here. Young gentlemen calling and getting engaged.
Well, what do I say?
Well, first, you thank the young man for getting engaged to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby, for getting engaged to me.
And then you tell him what it was about him that first took your girlish little heart.
The back of your head.
What?
Yeah. It wasn't your charm, and it wasn't your money. It was the back of your head. I just liked it.
And what happened once I turned around?
I got used to it
Oh, think of it, Alice. We're pretty lucky, aren't we?
I know that I am. I'm the luckiest girl in the world.
Wow, it is really late now. I really need to be going.
All right.
It's a good thing I'm vice president. Otherwise, I'd be hanging around here all day.
Won't it be funny in the office tomorrow, just coming in and acting like nothing happened?
I could just sit at my desk dictating to you all day long. Miss Sycamore, take a letter. Dear Miss Sycamore, I love you. I love you.
Darling, you're such a fool.
Hey, why don't you meet me in the drugstore tomorrow morning before we go into work?
All right.
And then we can have lunch and then dinner tomorrow night.
Tell me what will people say.
Well, it's gotta come out sometime. In fact, if you know a good house stop, I would love to do a little shout.